Yeah, boy! It's fight time, baby! Woohoo! UFC 229 main event. Khabib Nurmagomedov against Conor McGregor for the lightweight championship. Huge fight, huge. Anyone who loves sports will tune in to watch this fight. Now, the question is, who's going to win? And more importantly, who do you place your bet on? Well, you're in luck because I'll tell you exactly who to place your bet on. Okay? I'll place my bet at the end of this video and share my screen. Now, these two fighters are very similar. Okay? You've got similar sized opponents. Khabib's 5'10", Conor's 5'9". Similar reach. Conor's got a 3-inch advantage. They're both 30 years of age and they're both in the prime of their careers. Okay, the big difference here is that Khabib turned pro as a lightweight, 155 pounds. Conor turned pro as a featherweight, 145 pounds. Now, I believe Khabib's going to win this fight. I believe he'll win convincingly. And these are my 8 reasons why. Number 1, Khabib is not scared. Conor is a mastermind of getting under the skin of his opponents. He can't do that with Khabib for 2 reasons. Khabib is from Dagestan. It's a violent, poor region of Russia. This guy's seen violence that Conor can't even imagine, and he's overcome all that. And number 2, Khabib speaks broken English, so all the Conor's heavy Irish accent, the things he tries to say, the blue lips, the glass chin, all that, it doesn't really work. Okay. Number 2, Khabib has the better chin. Okay, being undefeated, he's never been dropped, he's never been knocked out. He has a granite chin, so contrary to what Conor says, calling Khabib's chin glass, that's just, it's bullshit. Michael Johnson clipped Khabib. Edson Barbosa, devastating striker, feared opponent, avoided by everyone. You know, he's got the highlight spinning back heel kicks, which he landed last year in December on Khabib. It didn't faze Khabib. He just kept coming forward and he dominated him. And Ali Akinta, Khabib's last opponent, you know, he landed some really solid punches on Khabib that had everyone going ooh ah, but Khabib just kept bringing the pressure, bringing the action, backpedaling his opponent, and eventually won. So the better chin is with Khabib. Point number 3, Khabib is the better overall fighter. He's better rounded. He's a triple threat. He can beat you grappling, submission. He can knock you out, and he can win on points. So he's got those submission, knockout points. 3 ways to win. Conor can only win this fight by knockout. 18 of his 21 wins have come by knockout. I don't see that happening. I don't see Conor knocking out Khabib. Number 4, Khabib, being the lightweight, having fought a handful of fights at welterweight, he has faced better quality opponents, bigger opponents. Conor has looked good against small guys. You know, his only lightweight win in the UFC was against Eddie Alvarez. Small guy, 5'6", small reach. Jose Aldo, Chad Mendes, Marcus Brimage, Diego Brandao, Dana Silva. These are all small guys that are 5'2", 5'3". You know, it's very easy for a guy who's 5'9" with a 6'2" reach to knock these opponents out. They're just too small. So Khabib has fought natural lightweights. He's fought welterweights, and he's dominated these guys. You know, this is a huge advantage. To me, this is a huge experience factor. And additionally, he's fought 26 times. Conor's fought 24 times. So he's got 2 more fights. Point number 5, Khabib has the better coach and the better team. Javier Mendez, who runs AKA, American Kickboxing Academy, he's a former kickboxing champion. He trained Cain Velasquez, Daniel Cormier, Luke Rockhold, and now Khabib, 4 champions. So the guy knows how to prepare his fighters. The guy, Javier Mendez, he brings in the right guys to support, to prepare his fighters. He brings in world-class grapplers, world-class strikers. You know, this is something that SBG Ireland lacks. Their only champion is Conor McGregor. So this is a huge advantage. You know, having the better coach and the better team is what's going to play a huge factor in this. Number 6, Khabib has the psychological edge. So being undefeated, this guy has never lost. So he's got that winning mentality. He's got that supreme confidence that Conor does not have. Conor's lost 3 times in the cage. 4 if the Diaz rematch lasted 30 seconds more. And last year he got his ass kicked by Floyd Mayweather in a boxing match. Importantly, that fight was at T-Mobile Arena, the same venue for this fight. So there's no doubt in my mind when Conor enters the arena, when Conor enters that locker room, he's going to have flashbacks to that night in August when he lost. In fact, if you remember, and I'll provide the link in this video, if you go to All Access May vs. Mac epilogue, 45 minutes prior to the fight, Conor was so nervous he asked his team to retrieve his training bag and to bring his cup. Word of this circulated, reached Mayweather, who offered his spare cup and wanted to personally deliver it to Conor to say, mate, the fight's going on, you can't back out. You know, we've got too many people here. You can't back out. So flashbacks of that incident of the loss, going back into that locker room upset, these are going to, no doubt in my mind, be a factor, and this is something that Conor is going to have to overcome. So this is a psychological burden for Conor, and Khabib doesn't have this, so therefore he has that edge. Number 7, Khabib is more motivated than Conor. This is his first title defense. He wants retribution for all the insults, for the attack on the bus that Conor did. He wants to humble Conor, as he says. He wants to damage him, to put an end to all this circus, you know, all the insults that Conor lashes out to both Khabib and to the entire UFC roster. So the motivation is with Khabib. And Conor says he's motivated, but that's all bullshit in my opinion. You know, he made over $70 million when he fought Mayweather. He's driving Lamborghinis to and from the gym. He's got the Irish proper whiskey. He's got plenty of product endorsements. He doesn't need a win here. Life is good for Conor, win, lose, or draw. So the motivation is definitely with Khabib. He wants to be the one who shut down Conor. He wants to silence him. Number 8, and my final point, my final reason for why Conor's going to lose and Khabib will win, is because Khabib has the blueprint to beat Conor. This was laid down by Nate Diaz. So in their first and second fight, Nate Diaz showed that if you walk Conor down, he's going, you know, if you take his punches and you walk him down, he will submit. And, you know, in that second fight, Conor had his hands on his hips by the 3rd round, looking at the clock, seeing when he'd end. There's no way he can do that in a 5-round fight with Khabib. Khabib's just going to pounce on him. And yeah, these are my 8 reasons why I believe Khabib's going to win the fight. Now, as I said at the start of the video, I will place a bet. I'm now going to share my screen for the second time. We're going with Ladbrokes. Now the price for Khabib is low. It's $1.62. Normally, I would bet 50k on this, provided the odds are $1.90. But considering he's paying $1.62, I've already placed a $5,000 bet, as you can see here. So it was intercepted. They partially accepted it for 2419, and then they accepted the remaining 2581 to make 5,000. Again, I'm betting only 5,000 because it's $1.62. Hopefully, as the fight draws closer, the odds will trim, because a lot of people will be backing Conor. A lot of Irishmen drunk on the piss. And yeah, what I'll do now is I'll just, put another $500 bet just so you can see that I'm putting my money where my mouth is. So here we go, $1.62. Alright, yeah, bets on. So if I go into my pending bets, you can see Cam Nadi. My pending bets. Well, it still hasn't been accepted. It's processing. So hopefully the odds will push out. I'm hoping it goes above $1.70. If that happens, I'll post another video placing a higher stake. So I want to put 50 grand on this fight because I'm very confident Khabib's going to win. And that's my usual stake for these marquee matchups. But yeah, bets in, and let's enjoy the fight. UFC 229, baby.